I never thought I'd see the day when my only son, Ryan, would look at me like I didn't matter, and I never expected to be told, at his wedding, by his bride no less, that I wasn't welcome there. But life has a way of teaching you lessons, even when you're long past the age of learning the hard way. My name is Jennifer. I raised Ryan on my own after his father passed away in a car accident when Ryan was 4 years old. I was 28, widowed, broke, and heartbroken, but I didn't give up. I worked double shifts as a nurse, put myself through night classes, and slowly built a stable life for us. There were no vacations, no fancy clothes, no luxuries, but there was always love. I never remarried, never even seriously dated. My world was my son. He grew up well, smart, kind, and ambitious. He became the kind of man any mother would be proud of. I did everything I could to support him through college, and when he got his job in the city, I helped him pay for his first apartment. I always thought we were close. We had movie nights when he visited, called once a week, and I never missed a birthday. I knew things would change when he fell in love. They should. But I never imagined how deeply and how quickly I'd be pushed aside. Ryan met Anna 2 years ago. She was beautiful, polished, and from a wealthy family. I tried to like her. I really did. But there was something cold about her. Something that always made me feel like I was being judged. Still, I smiled, brought her small gifts when she came over, asked about her job and her parents. I didn't want to be that kind of mother-in-law. When Ryan told me they were engaged, I congratulated him with tears in my eyes. He seemed happy. That was enough for me. He asked if I could help pay for the wedding. His fiancée wanted something elegant, he said. Her parents would contribute, and he would too. But they needed extra help. I said yes, even though I had to dip into my savings. I told him that money was originally for my retirement, but what was more important than his future? The planning was difficult. Anna insisted on a destination wedding, something I couldn't afford to travel back and forth for during preparations. She hired a professional planner and rarely included me in decisions. When I gently asked if I could help with decorations or music, she said, "Don't worry, we've got it under control." I didn't push. I kept telling myself, this is their day. It's not about me. But it started to hurt. When I wasn't invited to the bridal shower, when I wasn't asked to join the dress fitting, when they sent me a printed wedding invitation, instead of telling me the final date over the phone, I was being frozen out, politely but clearly. The day of the wedding came. It was held at a luxurious resort by the coast. I arrived early, wearing a soft blue dress I had picked weeks in advance. I was proud, nervous, and emotional. I just wanted to see my son start this new chapter of his life. I smiled at the staff, at the guests arriving, and finally saw Ryan standing near the groom's suite. He looked nervous but happy. I waved. He smiled back but didn't come over. Then Anna's mother approached. She looked at me with a tight smile and said, "Jennifer, would you mind stepping into the lounge for a moment? Anna would like to speak with you before the ceremony." Confused, I followed her. Inside, Anna stood by the window, her white dress glowing in the light. She didn't smile when she saw me. "I'll be brief," she said. "I think it's best if you don't attend the ceremony." At first I didn't understand. I thought maybe she meant I should sit in the back or avoid pictures. But no, she meant don't attend at all. "I don't want drama today," she continued. "And honestly, your energy just doesn't match the mood. This is a high-class event. We have diplomats, investors, important guests. I can't have someone like you standing around making it feel awkward." I stared at her, frozen. "Someone like me? You've made things uncomfortable from the start. Ryan didn't want to tell you, but you've been difficult. We didn't need your money. We let you contribute out of respect. But this is my day, and I'm asking you respectfully to leave." My hands trembled. I couldn't believe what I was hearing. After everything, after all I'd done, the sacrifices, the sleepless nights, the money, the love, I looked at her for a long time and said nothing. Then I nodded. I walked out of the lounge, past the guests, past the decorations I had unknowingly paid for. I got into a taxi and left. But I didn't cry, not yet. That night, in my hotel room, I sat with my phone in hand. No messages from Ryan, not even to check where I'd gone. That told me everything. The next morning, I called the bank and stopped the remaining payment I was due to send to the wedding vendor. I had agreed to cover part of the catering and post-wedding accommodations. My name was still on the contracts. When the planner called me in a panic, I calmly explained the situation. I wouldn't pay another cent. 2 days later, I got a message from Ryan. Mom, what did you do? Anna is furious. The hotel says you pulled your share of the payment. We're in debt now. This is not okay. I waited a while before replying. You let her tell me to leave. You didn't stand up for me. That was not okay. He didn't respond for 2 days. Then he called me. He sounded smaller. I didn't know she'd do that, he said. She told me you had an emergency and had to leave. I found out the truth from one of the bridesmaids. I stayed silent. She was wrong, he said. And so was I. I told him that I wasn't angry, just disappointed. He apologized. He really did. But I could hear the hesitation in his voice, like he was caught between two lives, the one he had built with her, and the one he had grown from with me. I told him I needed space. It's been 6 months. He visits sometimes, alone. He says things are hard between him and Anna, that she doesn't understand why he's still trying to rebuild with me, that she calls me toxic and says I manipulate him. But I don't argue. I let him talk. I make him tea. I smile. He's still my son. And deep down, I know he's learning. Sometimes life doesn't teach us through kindness. Sometimes it uses silence, absence, a closed door at a wedding that should have been the happiest day of your child's life. I don't regret pulling my funding. It wasn't about money. It was about dignity, about drawing a line and saying, enough, I won't beg for a place in a family I helped build. I may have lost one day, but I gained myself back.